Not the primroses that his beloved adored so much, but eerie, repulsive green buds. Hmm. The flower. The important flower. Sounds very much like Anochorus.
Huh?
I know what? Anochorus. They say it blooms all year round and can grant any wish. Wow. Never heard of it. Anochorus only grows in one place outside of town. It won't be hard to find, there's a cave nearby. What a coincidence, an urban legend character dies exactly where magical flowers bloom later. On the contrary, if rumors are to be believed, Anochorus appears where 3 people are destined to die. The first death, thorns stretch out of the ground. Second, buds are blooming in the thorny vines. Third, flowers gain the power to grant wishes. Creepy. It's like Anochorus feeds on human lives. So 3 people died in the clearing by the cave. Seems so, but I couldn't find out about the other 2. You see. So the task is almost done. Senpai is burning with determination. I have no choice but to support him. Especially since Mitsuki doesn't deserve to suffer. You can do it. I believe in you. Thank you. The more I think about it, the more angry I get at the mere thought of love spells. Oh, this should be good. It's not fair to indoctrinate a person into something they don't really feel. I'll never forgive whoever bewitched Mitsuki. I'm even glad the cancellation ritual has consequences. A chill of bad feeling runs down my spine. What consequences? The cancellation ritual will nullify all the love spells performed in the last 3 months. I don't know why it's so. Maybe the lover has a bad temper and he's mocking people. It disqualifies all of them. Personally, I don't mind if love spells stop working. You can't force love. Yeah, it would be right. I stammer, realizing the meaning of Senpai's words. Get fucking wrecked! All love spells performed in the last 3 months will be cancelled. Including mine. No, don't. No, it won't do. I worked so hard, I even betrayed Mitsuki just to get Senpai's love. It's wrong to just undo the result of my labor. Wrong! How do I live without Senpai? Well, you're about to find out! Though, you know, I still don't like that you put yourself in danger. Don't deprive yourself of what you love to do. I'm not even sure Mitsuki changed because of a love spell. If she just got bored with us. She's changed too much. No, I'm sure. I gently place my hand in his fingers, squeeze a little, and speak it with a heartfelt voice. What if I ask you to forget about the ritual and Mitsuki? For me. The beautiful face freezes, losing any expression. The glittering eyes resemble empty glass. Or you? Yes, please, I'm really scared. Senpai opens and closes his mouth like a fish thrown ashore by a wave. I squeeze his hand a bit harder. Please? No, I can't. He doesn't pull away, but his gaze becomes clear as lake water. I won't be able to live normally knowing Mitsuki's suffering and I didn't try to save her. A coward doesn't deserve to be with such a wonderful girl as you. Oh! I'm taking far too much pleasure in watching Fuyumi just absolutely lose her shit on this. The love spell made Senpai love me more than life. And yet he goes against my requests, retaining clear conscience. Amazing willpower. I would have fallen in love with Senpai again for such heroism. Had our bright future not just been jeopardized. Fine, but I'll go with you. There's no need. I don't want to drag you into this. No way. I can't help you with the cancellation ritual, but at least I'll be there for you. His eyes flash with love. I make myself believe there's a spark of true feeling, not the dead lover's magic. We go to the cave the following weekend. The ride isn't far, only a couple of stops. I prayed desperately that time would stretch as slowly as possible. In my hands I hold a huge bouquet of primroses. According to the instructions, the ritual requires 33 stems adorned with lovely little flowers. Senpai is forced to the extreme and looks older than his age. The correct facial features become even more beautiful in the rays of the spring sun. I admire his long eyelashes, and realize that I would do anything not to lose him. We get off at the station and walk for a while, admiring the sleepy quiet of the suburbs. Soon a small forest begins. It's slightly overgrown. I pressed that button accidentally, but I'm going to save anyway. Soon a small forest begins, and a slightly overgrown path easily leads us to the cave.
Aww.
Wow. The glade is covered with thorny vines of a plant unknown to me. Here and there, buds flash with alarming murky green fire. And a chorus. This is where the dead lover died. I recall the dark silhouette behind the window pane, and the long wrinkled hands pointing that way. Feels like they'd leap out of the tall grass and grab me if Senpai would dare do anything wrong. Senpai walks across the clearing and nods. Good. It'll be dark soon, let's wait. Of course, the ritual had to be performed at night. How else? The more dusk thickens, the brighter Anacorus glows. Soon a sickly green mist fills the clearing. With stubborn determination, Senpai is burning down the flowers with his gaze. While he's in a world of serious thoughts, I carefully pull one of the stems from the bouquet of primroses and toss it into the bushes. You bitch! It's for the best. The cancellation ritual won't work and the dead lover won't hear us. It's time, let's begin. Senpai walks to the center of the clearing and takes a deep breath. Pulls a stationary knife out of his pocket and makes a cut on his pinky finger on his right hand. Extends his wounded hand and a few drops of blood rush down from his fingers. Come to ask for mercy, dead lover. Undo the spell. Watch him already know and have an extra. We could only hope so much. Instead of stopping, blood begins to ooze more and more from his cut pinky finger. As if connecting Senpai's hand to the ground beneath his feet with a scarlet thread. I beg you, forgive the mistake of stupid kids who don't realize what they've done. As payment I give you, Senpai stammers. I mentally urge him to back off before it's too late. He only draws in more air to his chest, and force he continues to address the night forest. I will sacrifice what makes me happy every day. Never again in my life will I study tricks and magic. I will stop doing what is bringing joy to my life. You may think a sacrifice isn't serious, just some silly little thing. Look into my heart and see for yourself how much I love tricks and magic. Who, if not you, would recognize true love? A gust of wind runs through the clearing, causing the grass to duck to the ground, and the Anacorus to rustle ominously. Senpai doesn't even frown. You seem to appreciate my sacrifice. He turns to me. Flowers, please. 33? Yeah. I hand him the bouquet. Senpai grabs it with his free hand and tosses it under his feet, before reaching into his pocket to pull out a lighter. The primroses burst into flames of their own accord, lighting the tongues of flame across Senpai's raised palm. It seems to be working. Burning primroses scatter bright sparks to the sides. Senpai's shoulders relax slightly, and he even smiles, though blood continues to drip from his pinky finger. Stop it. He's going to die. A gust of wind blows across the clearing again, colder this time. Slams into my back so fiercely I'm swayed. Something's wrong. Don't be mad at us, dead lover. We just want to right a wrong. You know better than any of us how precious love is. You can't force it. Instead of an answer, we hear a rustling of Anacorus. Flowers change hue to a brighter and more saturated one, as if nourished by the spilled blood. Primroses have long since burned out, but the fire continues to blaze. Pesky tongues tug at the scarlet thread linking the ground to Senpai. They seem to wrap themselves around the pouring blood like small vines. He's angry. I don't understand. Let's get out of here before it gets worse. What went wrong? Let's go. All's well that ends well. The lover is displeased. The cancellation ritual has failed. We can safely return home. The fire reaches upward, enveloping Senpai's hand. The blood stops pouring, becoming as hard as still as a root. And of course, stems creep upward, enveloping Senpai's hand, becoming one with it. Ah! Senpai's hand loses its familiar shape. There are tree roots sticking out of the sleeve of the jacket. And of course, buds spring up here and there. Don't stop! In the sparks of the fire, Senpai's eyes burn with terror. In desperation, I rush to the spot where I had thrown the 33rd stem. There it is. I throw the flower into the flames, hoping that the lover would temper his wrath. Nothing changes. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. I rush to Senpai's aid, plucking the rapidly growing vines off of him. Leave him alone! Oops. I keep accidentally right-clicking. Senpai no longer has legs, only roots. Thorns have completely encircled his body. I feel a stab of pain. A sharp needle vine pierces my hand. Huh? More and more vines rush towards me, forever connecting me to Senpai. No, get off of me. Enough! No! It's painful. Unbearable. The only thing worse is the realization that Senpai isn't screaming anymore. And neither am I. The glow of flames goes out. The anacorus no longer rustles. The cloying fragrance dissolves. I no longer feel anything. Well, that could have gone better. In fact, I don't think that could have gone much worse, honestly, chat. Okay, what's wrong? Tomo, I feel a bit dizzy. Did you see something? Is the other girl saved? We don't know. We're not even sure that the lover's curse was the one that was getting her. Because she was also cursed by another girl. I'm guessing the third girl also cursed her. So, we're not even sure which curse is the one that's affecting her. Hold on, I think something's wrong. You're right. Tomo points to the bars. Darkness is swarming inside, alive and sticky like honey. Nothing has changed. Seems I've done something wrong. I'm not sure. The memories are so strong. It's like I'm watching from the side and experiencing them myself at the same time. It's very unusual. What could you do wrong? Suddenly Tomo gasps and her eyes widen. Was there something you didn't like? That's right, I didn't want to get worse. I felt sad and scared, and I decided to watch the other turn of events. No. I'm not sure, but you may have tampered with the memories and altered them to suit you. Is it possible? I'm not sure of anything. It's weird, Tomo. Why has my imagination turned out to be so scary? I understand. My imagination can be very scary, too. Because you felt scared yourself? Scared? Yes, quite like so. When you're scared, your head usually doesn't work right. Like a motor of a broken toy. I'll try again. Good luck, Aki. Fear nothing. Touch the box and the world fades away. You got a bad ending. To unlock the other two bad endings in this arc, make the same choice. Some bad ending sections are inactive and can be reread from the section of main menu. To unlock the other two bad endings of this arc, make the same choice. Some bad ending sections are inactive and you can be reread from the Menu. Oh, hey, whoa. Oh, there's like a whole thing. Okay. Okay, there's like a whole thing. So we made the wrong choice for Fuyumi. And that kept us from getting to the actual ending. Okay, so one of the choices is right. Right, air quotes. And the right choice takes us to the ending, and the wrong choice takes us to one of the bad endings. And if we make the wrong choice again, we get to see a different bad ending. Up to 3 times. Okay. Jump. Okay. So I think I can... Yeah, fast forward, and I think it'll stop at the decision. There it is, yep. Stop, Yumi. You're not like this. So here we're going to go all the way for love. We decided to see it through to the end, right? No matter what. It's not guaranteed the lover is telling me the truth. What's more, he's probably lying. I can't ruin Mitsuki's life because since she'd stopped participating in the trials. She's safe. Meanwhile, I have to go forward. For myself. For Senpai. No way I'm backing down. I will hurt another person. Sent. This is it. I've really sacrificed everything I could. Mitsuki suddenly opened her eyes. She sits up abruptly on the couch, then jumps to her feet, grabs her head with her hands, her eyes round. How could you? I take a step back, bumping into the coffee table. Will you mean no, you? How could you? What are you talking about? I saw him in my dream. The lover came and told me everything. You betrayed me. He was lying, right? A dream? I'm dreaming right now, yes? Or not anymore? When did the trial end and reality begin? You condemned me to this. I don't know what to say. I feel hot and cold. I just want to die. I didn't think that... You... Didn't think? Didn't think? Are you shitting me? No, Mitsuki lunges at me and digs her fingers into my neck. I wheeze, trying to fight back. But the force with which the white fingers squeeze my throat is truly inhuman. Well, Fuyumi, are you happy now? Are you really willing to do anything for Senpai's love? Does he mean so much to you? You don't even know him, Fuyumi. You two know nothing about each other. What is he like? What meals he detests? His favorite band? When is his birthday? Does he have siblings? Does he like animals? Can he ride a bike? What does he eat for breakfast? What's his name? You know nothing about him. She's right. But I still love him. If needed, I'll accept all of him. His favorite dishes, musical tastes, and whatnots. I don't care. I don't care about you, Mitsuki, either. I haven't known you any longer than I've known Senpai. Why should I care about you? You're an outsider. Nothing but a temporary episode in my life. Tomorrow, you'll go home, I'll block your number, and put your very existence out of my mind. And live happily ever after with Senpai. Mitsuki rounds her eyes, dumbfounded. Her grip loosens for a moment. I breathe in the sweet air. But instead of convincing Mitsuki of anything, or trying to get free, I only laugh. Mitsuki's face changes. She looks at me with disappointment. What a poignant gaze. The world drowns in blackness. The trial is over. I wake up in my bed, the silhouette painted in pink lipstick, and the window completely erased. The spell is successful. Mitsuki is already awake. To my surprise, she acts normal, as if nothing happened. In a trembling voice, I inquire if she remembers everything from last night. Mitsuki is genuinely surprised. According to her, she slept like a dead person. Didn't even have dreams. She looks like she's fine. I feel immense relief. The lover was lying. He couldn't hurt Mitsuki. And he never actually harmed us either. He just gave us believable visions. What a fool I was for being afraid. In a great mood, I say goodbye to Mitsuki and watch her figure recede down the road. Never before has life seemed so beautiful to me. I look up at the sky, the same as when I slipped on ice in the valley. It feels like 100 years had passed, yet the sky is still the same. But back then I didn't know about Senpai. Now I'm a new me, transformed and ready to love. My heart thumps unkindly in my chest. The message tone reminded me of the dead lover. Of course, it wasn't from him. The lover is in the past, and now? Now Senpai wants to see me. He wants to talk immediately. And I think I know what about. Uyumi. Senpai hugs me so tightly it takes my breath away. He's saying something, but I don't listen. I just revel in his presence and warmth. Could I feel any happier? From now on, we're forever bound together. Forever. See, lover? I made it. My love is stronger than anyone else's. Even Mitsuki gave up, but I didn't. Ain't I good? Come on, praise me, lover. Praise me, because I'm the one who made it so that Senpai can't live without me. You know, Fuyumi?
Hmm?
Yeah? I have a confession to make. I was so stupid. It's funny to say, but I thought I was in love with Mitsuki. The reason he turned her down is he was in love with Mitsuki. Oh, damn. Mitsuki? It doesn't matter. It's in the past. Today I realized I was in love with you and only you. How could I be so wrong? Indeed, how? I feel empty inside. You wouldn't believe me, but I even decided to put Mitsuki under a spell. What? Put under a spell? What are you talking about? Senpai laughs embarrassedly. You know the story of the dead lover? It's quite popular on the internet nowadays. Yes, now let the guilt flow through you. You mean? Dude, Senpai also cast the spell. What the fuck, Senpai? So I've decided to try it. I drew a silhouette with a black marker and stared at it at night. It was scary. Senpai, I can't be... Last night was the third night. I bewitched Mitsuki. Why? I love you. That's ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. But now she loves me, right? What was it like in the spell? How can she live without me? Now she can't live without me. Indeed. So this is the article on Shamrock. When you put under a spell begins to love you and only you, blindly and incessantly. Of course, no one would be put under a spell just to dump them afterwards. So I didn't even think about what happens to the bewitched if you suddenly say no to them. What'll happen to Mitsuki? Condemn her to eternal suffering. Isn't fretting from unrequired love a torment? Isn't Mitsuki's life going to become unbearable? So unbearable it's easier to just end it once and for all? Senpai, what have you done? What have I done? Senpai continues to hug me and is puzzled about why he'd ever taken up the spell in the first place. His voice is calming. I don't want to think about anything else. Not Mitsuki nor the lover. I've already betrayed Mitsuki once before, didn't I? I willingly threw her into the depths of hell. So what does it matter what happens to her? Why should I care about her fate? I doubt we'll ever even see each other again. All doubts were cast back at the third trial. For I have found my only happiness. My precious love. So, was that why in the other ending he knew that Mitsuki was under a love spell? Is because he's the one who cast it? And in that ending he never told her? That's how he knew. Oh. My throat constricts with a spasm. What's wrong? What happened? Fuyumi, she betrayed. Tomo clamps her hands together forcefully. Everything's fine. Yes, Fuyumi, she... Fuyumi who? You, I'll tell you in a minute. Just when I managed to calm down, I realized that I'd been clutching something in my hands the whole time. Once again, one of the Graces. And once again, I hadn't noticed pulling her out. It all resembles Fuyumi a lot. Before she looked like a rosebud ready to bloom from her overflowing love. Now a deceptive feeling of black droplets spewing from the slit in her chest. A bright scarlet thread stretches from her ragged arm. How? The thread is connected to my own pinky finger. How come? An unknown force pulls the doll upward, toward the ceiling, tied by the thread. My hand is swung up. Ow! The doll rises higher and higher, the fabric of the dress completely blackened. I rise on my tiptoes, but the thread forces my hand to follow higher and higher. It hurts! Hold on! Tomo grabs me by the wrist and pulls me down. The doll doesn't even flinch. The ceiling becomes infinitely distant. If this keeps going on like this, I'll be sucked right into its inky maw. Or worse, the ligaments will fail and tear, leaving me without an arm. No! The doll shudders, as if from silent laughter. A knife falls on the floor beneath the blood-soaked hem. Eep. A second knife follows suit. The steel sweeps close to my face, scratching my cheek. Tomo yelps quietly. Stop! Hold on! Tomo grabs one of the fallen knives and tries to cut the scarlet thread. As soon as the steel touches it, the desperate cry pierces the room. Large scarlet droplets flow down the thread. They crawl up my sleeve and soak the fabric, more and more, and sting my skin unbearably. Stop! Come on. Stop, it hurts! The thread breaks. I collapse to the floor, coughing. My skin under the heavy sleeve burns with fire. I want to rip off my jacket, my sweater, my very skin, leaving only emotionless bones, just to get rid of the agony. Ow. The hell? A moment later, the vision vanishes. The ceiling becomes the same. The knives dissolve along with the anacorus stalks. The doll is nowhere to be seen. Oh. The pain is gone as well. I examine my hand in bewilderment, white and clean, not bound by scarlet thread. Tomo helps me to my feet. Right? Getting kind of rough. How are you? I'm okay, but it's scary. Horribly scary. Tomo pokes an empty box with her index finger. The cardboard no longer holds attachment to what should have been. The cardboard no longer holds attachment to what should have been severed. So, what did you see? Mitsuki met a girl from another school. They tried to bewitch the boys they liked. But an ancient man came and... Oh, hold on, let me get my thoughts together. I tell Tomo about how Fuyumi fell in love with her senpai, whose name remained a mystery to her. I thought the reason he was just called senpai is because that's kind of how she knew him, but she literally didn't even know that dude's name. That's funny as hell. How vivid emotions became more important to her than love. How she sacrificed Mitsuki, condemning her to eternal torment, to win. Cruel. Yes, insidious. And for what? I'm so damn angry. So what do we have? Mitsuki died because she couldn't stand the curse Fuyumi put on her? It's unfair. Mitsuki has nothing to do with some schoolgirl's stupid sugar dreams. Why does she have to pay for it? Because dark magic makes people suffer? This is so damn unfair. Agreed. Or we don't know something. I'm not quite sure why there's so many details in Mitsuki's memories that she couldn't have known about.
Huh?
Oh, indeed. She was asleep and not present at Fuyumi's third trial. I don't just mean the trials. Why do you think it's like that? Magic? So Mitsuki died because of the lover's spell. This memory has a rather vague ending. Not vague at all. Fuyumi got her love. I think true love is great, but Fuyumi had was different. You know what it is? Love? And you've never liked any boy? No, of course not, no. Oh. What's the matter? I stammer. A memory flashes in my mind. A long time ago, I knew a boy. I don't think I loved him. We were little. But I was worried about him. He was always sad, very sad, all alone. What was his name again? Something like, What happened to him? He said he was sad so often he wanted to help him somehow. Right. Totomo Bear's plushie would have cheered him right up. But making a gift didn't work out. I still don't have Totomo Bear plushie myself. I'm sure he would have been thrilled to get a gift. Of course, but no good deed goes unpunished. Something went wrong. What happened? Where is that boy now? What was his name? Why does my head hurt so much when I try to remember? No, stop. The ritual and Mitsuki are more important now. Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Look, I'll show you a trick.
Huh?
What trick? Mitsuki-senpai was a master, but I'm no worse. She waves her Haori sleeve. And now, stretching out the words, Tomo puts her other hand behind her back and pulls out. Oh. Totomo Bear! I collapse on the bed in joy and surprise. It's a gift. Oh, he's so soft. I squeezed the toy with such force that the bear must have been mentally put me on the blackest list. How? A magician doesn't reveal her secrets. Hey! I took a risk. We're in an unreal world, right? But we're wearing clothes, and you got your hat back. So thoughts are material here. I wanted Totomo Bear to appear, and here he is. It's awesome. Feeling better? Yeah, thank you. Tomo smiles with relief. She's so worried about me that she even managed to create a plush toy out of thin air. Tomo is so wonderful. Aki, what's wrong? Hold on, I'm concentrating. Why? It doesn't work. What's the matter? I wanted to gift you a chessboard, but it seems I'm doing something wrong. Sorry, next time I'll definitely manage. Aw, Aki, you're so cute. Tomo suddenly wraps her arms around me, pulling me into a hug. Oh, why? You're so damn cute. I didn't manage. No matter. Okay, since Tomo's satisfied, then the attempt counts. I have to try harder. I approach the table. One left, chat. Natsu. How'd you do on that math test? Ideal as always, eh, Natsu? Wish I was the same. Highest score again? Yeah. When my parents saw my score, they freaked. And I won't receive pocket money this month. I want a new swimsuit. Yeah, so do I. Swimsuit, right. Summer vacation is coming. The conversation flows smoothly into a discussion of beach, sea, and fireworks. I failed to keep up with topics jumping abruptly to each other. The smiling faces merge into a single nameless mask. Hey, Natsumi? Are you going somewhere for the summer? Of course, I won't be in town, going to the sea with my parents. Lucky. We're so looking forward to night outs. Oh, yeah, pity. Can't tell that I'm going to sit in my room all day and play computer games. The sea is awesome, especially when it's so hot outside. It's killing me. Natsu, can you buy me that horrible juice later? Chocolate strawberry flavor? Yeah, sure. All to the sea, all to the sea. You too, Natsumi. We won't make it without you. Natsu, Natsu. Oh, yeah, it's just... Hooray, she agrees. We don't get swamped with homework. Don't remind me of this hellspawn. Speaking of classes, what are we... Natsumi? Mitsuki appears in front of me. She stands there with a guilty look, as if she doesn't want to interrupt the conversation of close friends. Yes? Can I borrow your math copybook? Of course, a moment. I put my bag on the desk and look for my copybook. Students turn around me, look at each other in silence. Here. Thank you. As always, you saved me. Mitsuki blooms and sweeps happily back to her desk. You know, Natsumi. It's not for us to judge. Don't you think you're indulging Mitsuki a bit much? Indulging? Yeah, you always give her your copybooks and stuff. You two friends, I've never seen you chat except homework. Sometimes it seems to me she doesn't do homework at all. And she's creepy anyway. Yeah, like it goes from Shamrock's last creepypasta. If I were you, I'd tell her off. Is it just me or do you even bring a bento once? It's wrong. You'd be better off cooking us something. Indeed. If you ever need anything, just ask. We'll always help. We are friends. Yeah, you're right, thanks. The welcoming smiles are dazzling. I want to go home. Badly. Lessons drag on painfully slowly. Summer vacation is looming on the horizon, and teachers seem especially tedious. No matter, soon. It feels like a millennium passes before the lessons are over. Natsumi? Look up and see Mitsuki, who's holding out a copybook with an angelic smile. Thank you saved me. I don't know what I'd do without you. Always happy to help. Mitsuki thanks me once more and leaves the classroom. She is cute after all. Really? Maybe we're too hard on Mitsuki. You help us with our homework too. Mitsuki, she... Can't think too badly of everyone, right? Yeah, you're right. We're not in agreement. My friend shakes her head approvingly in response. How quickly the school empties when classes are over. Students go home or scatter to clubs. Moving as if half asleep, I lazily gather my things and wander down the hall. I always have the same things waiting for me after class. Cramming and... Mitsuki. Our school library resembles a graveyard. There's never anyone here. Even if someone comes in to study, for some reason I feel uncomfortable and soon leave to find another place. This room is an unhealthy dark aura. Maybe someone had been killed here a long time ago. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm even less surprised to find out that the person on library duty is Mitsuki. Such creepy places suit her. I bite my lower lip and walk to the furthest corner, separated from the main hall by tall bookcases. In this part of the library, even if you speak out loud, no one would hear you. This is where I'm talking with Mitsuki every day. What does that mean? You're late. Got busy with something stupid? She's leafing through a magazine, but her gaze is unfocused. I do what I want. As always, I demonstratively remain silent and turn away. Mitsuki sighs sadly, walks over to me, and slaps the back of my head with the magazine. I yelp in pain and bounce to the side. Where are you going? Mitsuki tosses the magazine aside and clutches at my hair. It's surprisingly strong for a girl so pale and fragile. What the fuck? When did Mitsuki become a bully? Also, anybody else getting like really weird Yuri vibes from this? Just me? You know, I've got a lot to do today. She purposely doesn't let me cut my hair or style it. She wants it to be comfortable to grab and pull. She wants it to hurt as much as possible. One other thing. Mitsuki loosens her grip for a moment. What were you discussing with your friends? Out of stubbornness, I remained silent. I wanted to find Mitsuki in at least one such stupid thing. Huh? Here you go again. You were saying things about me, weren't you? By all rules, Mitsuki should become angry. By all rules, Mitsuki should become angry, suspecting she's spoken being... Hold on, I've lost the ability to speak English. Hold on, give me a sec, chat. Let me try again. By all rules, Mitsuki should become angry, suspecting that she's being spoken ill of. But the smile never leaves her pretty face. Huh? Mean things, huh? How rude. And you agreed with them, huh? Told them I'm a bad girl. We weren't discussing you. Oh, really? But I heard everything perfectly well with my own ears. Or are you calling me a liar? No. That's right, don't lie, unlike someone. She looks at me with devilish shyness in her gaze. Her golden eyes always make me sick. Words are hard. Words are hard. I feel like I'm talking not with a student, but with a demon in flesh. A witch. So do we think this is before or after she got cursed? Because she was in the Magic Trick Club, right? Mitsuki was in the Magic Trick Club. But I'm guessing if she was cursed and made madly in love with Senpai, she might have left the club. If Senpai rejected her and she was madly in love. And that kind of rejection might be why she's decided to bully this girl. Like, as a sort of like way of blowing off steam. I wish a demon would really take her away. Mitsuki lets go of me and runs her hand over the spine of books. After all, I'm lazy and dependent, an insolent creature who dares infringe on the labors of the divine Natsu. It's only thanks to me you've become a #1 in your class. Thank you very much. I struggle to get the words out. I don't want Mitsuki to tear my hair out again. She's been off the rails lately. Is Mitsuki also affected by the euphoria of upcoming summer vacation? What a blessing that I won't be seeing her for the next couple of weeks. Only thanks to me. I hate to admit it, but she isn't lying. All of it started with a stupid mistake. My parents were severely cutting my budget because of my low grades. I wandered around stores with a sour face, admiring the things I couldn't afford. My legs took me to a small jewelry store. I couldn't even afford the most discounted bracelet. Girls in my class were bragging about getting new hair clips the other day. They were talking about animatedly about their purchases, not paying any attention to me at all. It was upsetting, distressing, frustrating. With longing in my heart, I looked at all sorts of bracelets, pendants, earrings, and other shiny little things. And then I saw this hair clip. It was one of the most expensive and shone like a jewel. It's the flower, chat. Flower's never anything good. It was like I was bewitched. With a frozen heart, I walked over to it and took it in my hands. No one would dare ignore such a beauty. But I didn't have enough money. What if... I cast a quick glance at the salesman. He was talking to a plump lady trying to choose earrings. No one would notice if I just take it, right? I was shaking all of a sudden, considering stealing a very bad thing, but I wanted the hair clip so badly. And then something came over me. It was as if a demon had taken control of my body. In a swift movement, I hid the hair clip in my bag. The salesman never paid attention to an unassuming schoolgirl. My heart pounded in my ears. My face was hot. Sweat beaded on my forehead, but it was done. I stole it, and no one had caught me. No one, no one, no one! What do I do? What do I do? Put it back before it's too late, or leave? Why did I give in to this mindless impulse? Not knowing what to do, I turned to leave and saw her. Mitsuki, a pale classmate about one head shorter than me. She was smiling meekly, clutching a smartphone in her hand. How cute. Looks like I filmed something interesting. My chest felt frosty. My throat went dry. I knew that now I had to confess everything to the salesman. Hush, calm down. I'm not going to tell.
Huh?
Really? Of course. Let's not get anyone in trouble. You didn't mean any harm. But it's just a trinket. I was amazed Mitsuki encouraged stealing. She always seemed like a model student. Yeah, probably. Something suddenly changed in her face, a glimmer of irritation. Now hold on, I think you're misunderstanding something.
Huh?
Oh, right. In this world of ours, nothing is free. Everything comes at a price. I'll do everything you say. Fine. I won't say anything if you help me with something. Help? A favor for a favor. I won't ruin your life, and you'll make mine a little easier. Isn't that a fair deal? Had I known how it ends, I never would have fallen for her lies. Okay, I'll help you. And so Mitsuki started copying my math homework. It didn't seem like such a terrible deal. I was just giving her my copybooks. At first glance, I got off easy. The stolen hair clip, meanwhile, was a success. The girls immediately noticed the renewal. We talked. And the same day, I was invited to visit for the weekend. How cute! Hold up. Sorry about that, Chet. I choked on my snack. I want a similar one, but I don't have the money. You don't say. I've been trying to convince my parents for so long. For some reason, they remembered that I forgot to feed dinner to my little brother. Whoops. Don't choke. I'm trying not to. Precious, what? Really? Huh? The praise was a little embarrassing, but I didn't know how to interrupt the flow of admiration. Natsumi. That's when Mitsuki first approached my desk.
Huh?
A chill of fear pricked at my heart. Can we step away for a second? I couldn't refuse. Is something wrong? You see, you helped me a lot with math, thank you. But I have a little trouble with English, too. It's difficult, yeah. Mitsuki arched an eyebrow, clearly expecting a different answer. Oh, I'll do my best, I'm sorry. I'm not very smart. Is that so? Once again, I noticed a shadow of disappointment on her painfully white face. She put a finger on her chin, then smiled happily, as if she'd come up with an ingenious solution to the problem. Then study harder, Natsumi. Or go and confess the theft to the teachers, why not? I stared at Mitsuki in horror and realized for the first time that I had made a deal with the devil. Damned witch. I was forced to study for days and nights to give my finished homework to Mitsuki. First in math and English, then in all other subjects as well. I didn't consider myself very smart. Before everything started, I was somewhere in the middle of the grade list, closer to the end than the beginning. I suspected Mitsuki was much smarter, since she passed all of her tests with flying colors. She didn't want to do her homework, so she dumped all the boring work on me. I lied to my friends and said that it wasn't that hard to do great on all subjects. They started to respect me. Teachers were proud of me. Seeing that nothing terrible had happened, it was tolerable, better than the publicity of a horrible video. Mitsuki quickly got bored of just taking my homework. Endless pointless errands began, including the occasional request to make something to eat. The witch didn't stop there. Completely distraught, she beat me in the deserted library. I was lying on the floor, breathing in dust from the floor. I couldn't believe this was happening to me. Natsumi kicked the bookcase in irritation and squatted down next to me. Pulling my hair back forcefully, she spoke. Why are you like this, Natsumi? Tears of pain rolled down my eyes. Why are you such a fool? So stupid and gutless creature. After tugging my hair once more, Mitsuki finally let it go. Stood up and walked out of the library with a light gait. I assumed Mitsuki had just had a bad day and was taking her anger out on me. No matter, one occasion isn't a big deal, I thought naively. I was wrong. Mitsuki called me to the library every day, sometimes during breaks, sometimes after school, depending on her mood. I had to do something about it, at the very least tell my parents. When I tried to speak, only incoherent wheezing came out of my throat. My parents always dreamed of having the perfect daughter. They were very proud of me, and already started choosing a prestigious high school. So this was in middle school then? So this was a long time before anything else happened. I think, because everything else happened in high school. They even bragged about me to the neighbors. They could have gone crazy if they learned that their daughter was a thief. I didn't have the courage to admit it. I was afraid of being judged and not supported. Better to endure Mitsuki's bullying. One time she whipped me with a textbook so hard I burst into tears from the pain. They hadn't dried up by the time class started. The classmates stared at me, their eyes round from surprise. Mitsuki wasn't pleased. How can you be such a fool? She sighed heavily and held her forehead. You may have learned how to solve problems, but you didn't make you any smarter. What do you want from me? I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to end it once and for all. Mitsuki raised an eyebrow. Oh, interesting. Mutiny on the ship? She smiled. Only devil smiles that way. You no longer care if I show a video to the teachers? Yeah, I think so. Mitsuki looked pleased for some reason. The bad feeling grew stronger. Is that so? Are you sure? What do you mean? Are you really ready to confess to the teachers? Her smile became wider. Witch. I've been studying so diligently lately that I quietly become the face of the school. The honor student with a crowd of admirers. I wouldn't get off with a simple punishment. I'd be a traitor in the eyes of the teachers and my parents. What will they say when they find out that the best student and role model turned out to be a thief and a liar? My life would be over. Oh. Maybe we should go and confess together? What are you saying? I couldn't believe my ears. I was backed up against the wall, cornered by a wicked witch. Forgive me. Please don't show the video to anyone. I'll do my best. Reap what you sow. Mitsuki clapped her hands as if gesturing to confirm an accomplished fact. That's how I ended up in the current situation. Thanks to Mitsuki, the new Natsumi was born. Natsumi, the smart and beautiful girl, the pride of class. Natsumi who helps everyone with their homework. Natsumi, the joy of her parents and the entire school. The ideal student, marred in lies. Natsuki created a new me. In a way, she did a great job. I'm suffocating. Mitsuki's choking me with her hands and with her presence. Why? Why does she mock me? Probably out of boredom. Pluck a barely blooming flower from a bush, as I always do after talking with Mitsuki, and go home. Leaves me not, leaves me. Petals fall on the pavement in a smooth dance, leaving behind a faint, grassy scent. The chirping of cicadas is deafening. Well, chat, it is 9 p.m. It is time for me to call it for the night. And I think this is as good a spot as any to call it. Thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out. Next time you'll be seeing me will be tomorrow. We'll probably be playing some more Tainted Grail. Midnight for you? Ooh. You're on the East Coast. Oh, thank you for the follow, Trompy Fox. Glad you enjoyed your stay. But yes, thank you all for coming by and hanging out. We'll be playing some Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon tomorrow at the same time. So I hope to see you all there. Until then, you all have a wonderful night, and good night, everybody.